There we go. There we go. Hello. There we go. Just a minute, chat. Alrighty. So, um, I kind of want to work on something, and I've kind of given up on it, but I've given up on it like multiple times even. But I do actually want to finish this, cause, cause it is just such a
P to
good
separate the
idea.
selection.
The only problem is I don't know how to use Blender, so I'm gonna need chat to help me out. Speaking of, I should do this and then go to live. How to use Blender, stream, turn off sounds before I say anything. There we go. Get that out of here. Get out! Get out! Get out! Just put this like this. So tab. Wait. Control R. Why does it not allow me to do like a vertical one? Kinda strange, but alright. There we go. Why does it not allow me to like get... Oh wait, I think I know. Hang on, let me cook. There we go, now it's glass. Now I can select all of them. Oh, I'm cooking. I have put this shit in the pot. Holy fuck, man. Right, S, Y, so we scale it up a bit. Then, oh, okay, okay, thank God. I thought I ruined it. Um, Control R. That's what we do. Upwards. And another one. We'll put that like right there.
I'll rename my around here somewhere. I'll add another edge loop and move it here. Next, what I'm going to do is select the polygon mode. Select
polygon mode, and bro goes up here.
the polygon, Shift E and duplicate.
Shift E, and we scale it outwards. I scale it outwards, but it don't let me.
And I'm just going to quickly scale it up and P to separate the selection.
Bruh. We gotta be careful that we do not select any of the other polygons. Delete faces. That fuck. We delete that. Yup. Oh fuck. Let me redo all of this so it. There we go. And then Shift E, and we scale it outwards, but that doesn't fuck work. Cause funny.
I'll rename my object.
This is the reason why it hasn't even, why I haven't even been working on it.
To door light. Polygon mode.
I'll see, it might just, Alright chat, I'll give you a little hint, but it's kinda obvious. It's gonna be something horror. Which, I mean, you can see it right over here, you can see it right over there, you can see it up here. Fuck! Nah. And even up here. So, yeah. I'm just making a trailer just to like see if like people get interested in this. Cause who knows? Maybe nobody gives a fuck. Cause that would save me a lot of time if no one even like gave a shit about it. Face. How does he do this?
Select the polygon, Shift D and
Oh, Shift G. I thought he said Shift E. Bruh.
duplicate. And I'm just going to is select the polygon mode. Select the polygon, Shift D and duplicate. And I'm just
I didn't see Shift over here. The fuck?
going to quickly scale it up.
Alright, Control R.
I'll add another edge loop and move it here. Next, what I'm going to do is select the polygon mode. Select the polygon,
G.
Shift D and duplicate.
G. Shift E. Woo.
And I'm just going to quickly scale it up. And
How the fuck? I know it gets like updates like every single week. My school was actually supposed to like use Blender, but they didn't. Because it got updated like way too much. They had to like make so many
and P
bookends.
to separate the
P.
and move it here. Next, what I'm going to do is select the polygon mode, select the polygon, shift
Shift G. Blah blah blah. Got extend it outwards. For what? How? Woo. Woo. Alright.
D and duplicate. And do
I am
is select the polygon mode, select the
polygon mode. Alright. I select that, which I have. It's a mogus.
polygon, shift D and
And trust me, Chad, I hope that this will be better than the Minecraft movie. Cause, oh my god. Cause, uh, give me a second. Hmm. Hmm. Alright, you got blue. Blue. You got pink. Pink. You got red. Red. Sneaky motherfuckers. You thought you could get away with it. Also, wait. This bitch stole everything.
duplicate. And I'm just going to quickly scale it up and P to separate the selection.
Okay, okay. Wait, that was caps lock on E. I think I fucked up yet again. Wow. Undo. Chat, this is gonna be such a long stream.
And duplicate.
If we can get it anyway.
And I'm just going to quickly scale it up, and P to separate the selection. I'll rename my object to door light. What I want to do is select the window polygons, but first I'm going to hide this door light. And I'm going to make sure that I've selected both the front
Okay.
and the back. X key and then delete faces.
So we're making a door now. This is a door. Then I should have fucking balanced these two things. Are you kidding me? Also 2 damn hours? The fuck?
I like to start lighting my scene now, so I'm going to do.
Okay.
Now, because we're rendering the scene
Wow.
in
Yeah, it's
Eevee, we need
4.
to commit a few.
I should have balanced it before we can even get there. I hate that glitch. Okay. Okay, no, you're going way too fast. Hang on, bud, there, bud. Hang the fuck on. Oh, that is like okay. The fuck. Okay, that video that we just saw there. I have like a I have like such a cool idea with something like that. Alright, we are gonna try. Why did I delete the whole thing? Fuck. No, I don't want to save the fuck. Close this, open it again. Cause we are not getting anywhere right now. How's the... Oh, Columbo's like almost complete. Holy. His head is done. Just this part, and then we're... the hammer. Wait, what is that? What's this on his head? Also, a cool way how they like teased something. They put a metal rod in here. I think it's this guy. Never mind. Not even a guy to begin with. Uh, hey, it might be. I don't know. I don't know. You'll never know. But yeah, anyway, some guy who actually sounds kind of Dutch, not gonna lie. He he said something from like, yeah, I put a metal rod in this for if someone sits on like this part, it would not like fall apart. That's like such a smart way to like tease something because people are already like, oh, you can write Colombo because he said this. Also, another thing about the Minecraft movie, I think they should have like gone with the animation. Honestly, if Fortnite does a live action movie, I am not even gonna watch it. Straight up. The only way they're gonna convince me is if I can get like some kind of skin if I watched it. You just get like a gift card code at the end to claim some like free V-Bucks or something. Would be awesome. But like they have such a cool like animation style. Why that Minecraft village village update trailer. Like, look how good these animations are. Maybe not the sound with it. What? Yeah, like, look at this. That's like so well made. And then you have the Minecraft movie, fucking live action. It could have been like this. Like, sure, if you like it, you like it. Your choice now. Am I saying they should change it to this? As in, like, Sonic kind of Sonic kind of problem? No. Because if people like it, they like it. I am not even gonna watch it then. I am just not gonna watch it if it isn't interesting to me. If it doesn't, like, look good to me. What the fuck are you doing? We have to go back to another. Can I not just, like, input something?
Before we begin, the first thing I want to do is
I actually want to, like, kind of import some things to, like, make it easier. I just want to make the monster, you know. I just want to make the monster for this project. Johnny Razor.
Bad game idea. So it's an analog horror game. Basically, it's if world building was a horror game. But the game would have you in a cabin in the woods in like the late 90s, early 2000s. And as you explore the cabin, you find VHS tapes that cue you into what you should be scared of. And throughout the entire game, there's just this building sense of dread as you learn of all of the horrible things that could kill you. And they can once you learn about them, but they won't ever show up if you don't. But the more you know, the more you start to have close encounters with them. But you never quite get a good look at them. Like, it's always just barely missing. But as you continue, you find more and more secrets in the cabin, which leads to this underground lab where the climax of the game has all of these monsters escaping captivity and chasing you as you escape into the forest in like this crazy cinematic over-the-top thing. Or you could just like stay there for an hour and do nothing, and then the game just ends peacefully. Bad game idea. So it's an analog horror game. Basically,
Nah. Draw creepy creatures. Yeah, but I want to have creepy guys in Blender and not. Who the fuck is drilling right now? Speaking of. Oh my gosh, there's no way.
Creating an analog horror series is all about infusing your personal touch and embracing creativity. Take inspiration from your own experiences, just like I did with my series, A Town Called Whitewater. Whether it's using old camcorder footage or repurposing old TV broadcasts, adding these personal touches creates a nostalgic connection for viewers. Don't be afraid to experiment and do your own thing. Try blending live action footage with animated elements to create a unique viewing experience. Make sure that your analog horror series is in a 4:3 aspect ratio and not 16:9. That always drives me nuts. And on top of that, just strive for historical accuracy. Don't try to make something in the 60s because VHS just wasn't a thing back then. Remember, the success of your series depends on your passion and dedication, so don't be discouraged by low view counts. Keep honing your craft and stay true to your vision. So get out there and
I actually was thinking of making an analog horror series, but like in the future. Because like every single analog horror that I've seen is like from the past. Like what? Like it's always the past. The fuck happened in the 90s? I don't know. what? You got Vita Cornish, you got FNAF, you got whatever's out there. Fish in. Okay, that was posted 13 years ago. I'm not watching that. Take care. I actually want to watch. There are troubling times, and during such situations, lot us, lot, let us focus on the small victory. Looking at that is a tall bed. Come on, give me something useful. That is not a guide, that is just speed building. Ah yes, analog horror.
If you have a blood clot, a doc.
The fuck does that have to? Terrifying deleted scene from Skinamarink. I think this is 14.
Run into the tunnel. You have to go as fast as you can. You can trust me. It's real. It's real. Full speed, Kevin. Into the wall. The tunnel, I mean.
You skip like 5 steps there, bud. Holy shit.
Circus.
Okay, nope. Nope. Made in 7 days. What did I make in 7 days?
Analog horror is pretty cool, so like every YouTube critic, I decided to make my own. There's a lot of videos like that on YouTube. I made something in 7 days. So I decided that not only will I make an analog horror short, I'll do it in 7 days. That was, well, it wasn't quite a bad decision, but you'll see. Before we get started, let's explain what analog horror actually is. To understand it, we had to go back to 1927, when the first television was invented. I'm kidding, you know what analog horror is. If it's horror that looks like it's on VHS, then it's probably analog horror. I like doing a lot of research before diving into a project. I wanted to know what the best analog horror series did right, so I asked on Twitter, X, what the best series were, and you guys gave me some great suggestions. I went through and watched them all and took notes. Local 58, Mandela Catalogue, Greylock, Vita Carnus. I also watched more that showed.
Ah yes, Vita Carnus. This actually did inspire me to like do this whole thing, so
Up on my recommended, like boiled one phenomenon. It's obvious while watching all of these why they're so popular. I let all these percolate in my head for a little while finishing up my previous video. Then, I set the date I'll begin work on my very own analog horror. To really make myself focus, I asked a bunch of VTubers I know, and one FleshTuber, if they'd like to react to the video, and promised them it would be available in exactly 7 days. That decision made this the most challenging video I've ever made. On day 1, I started by watching some instructional videos to understand the process of making my own series, like Nightmind's How to Make a Web Series. I'm not really making a web series per se, but it
you know it could be actually funny if it actually pops off. I can just put everything in this stream right now, and like no one will know. No one will know. They will never find out. Yeah. Monsters Inc. with
What if I combine, straight up horror and Duolingo?
I was working in the lab late one night.
that is copyrighted. I think I am not sure what copyrighted. Yeah, I heard like people got mad because Kane Pixel like left the back rooms behind just to make like the oldest view, but I don't care. It's spooky. Who knows? Maybe you can even like link it up to it. It's basically like the same concept. You just go somewhere, you're like either you no clip or you like find something like abandoned mall underground, then you time travel and die.
Man.
What? Huh? Please note that the following broadcast is for comedic purposes.
Hello out there! Would you like to make some one-of-a-kind content featuring VHS technology? Well, have I got just the thing for you! Introducing Analog Horror! But what is Analog Horror, you may ask?
Shut up. I'm trying to make analog horror myself, but I cannot figure it out. I have no clue what I'm doing.
According to my vast research, analog horror is a genre of video that takes advantage of mediums, such as EAS alerts and
Analog VHS, the ultimate analog horror tutorial. Where's the tutorial if it's 3 minutes long? Where?
How this is looking. Now I can't see any problem.
First, I guess every single person as a beginner can't. Oh, I gotta go. Sorry. No worries. No worries.
Now it's time to add.
Every single person as a beginner can. Yeah, but I am still willing to try. I am still willing to learn these tools. I am like dedicated to it. I even like chose a path on my school to like actually learn about 3D modeling. I am just so hooked into it, but the only problem is I keep fucking it up and keep resetting it. Meaning it could have already like came out like a couple months ago if I wasn't a stupid bitch. And I actually stuck to my plans because I did quit for a while. How to make found food. I want to see the monster. How to make monster in Blender. I swear, if you show me a fucking can, I'ma lose. Sometimes when I just look at something, I am like, damn, you really took that long to learn it. Why would I? And the one thing. Are you fuck? Hey, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Never seen that guy before. Have you guys? I bet his content is like actually good. You should, I think you should check it out. Tuebewanna-FN, everyone. Tuebewanna-Lego, I mean, everyone. The details. Let me import something. I am too lazy to make like a whole environment and stuff. Uh, how to import environment in Blender. Because I think this will very much help me.
Let's turn a 2D image into a 3D environment.
Excuse me, what the fuck?
I'm going to teach you how to animate stuff in Blender. We're starting off with a character. Do whatever you want, man. I have a happy
Little man. I thought Spelak actually used it. Am I I gonna feel bad for like importing something? Yes. But am I but like I am gonna save so much time with that. Oh hey look! Why the fuck does that show up? The Minecraft movie we got versus the Minecraft movie we need. Three stages of learning Blender. But I'm willing to like put that shit aside and import some shit. I wanna be a tiny bit lazy, chat. I am not gonna lie. I actually kind of just want to import something, or else this project will not even like get anywhere. It doesn't even show anything. No, we're not using AI. That is like absolutely stupid. Before after, that is the craziest before and after I've ever seen. That is degrading the entire thing. Give me something based on my research. Unreal plus Blender is just too powerful. I don't want to make an environment myself. I don't wanna. Okay. How to make Blender.
Hello everyone, welcome to this epic tutorial of how to make a monster. It's not really a tutorial though, because I'm not showing you every step, but anyways, we are almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is actually kind of cool. And I was wondering, what should I do to celebrate 1,000 subscribers, because that's kind of like a big landmark or whatever. So comment down below what I should do to celebrate. So I was watching this movie called The Tomorrow War, and I was like, that monster there is pretty darn cool. So I decided I want to make a monster in Blender. First, I searched for alien monster, I don't even know what. I just was looking for reference images to inspire my sculpt, because I'm gonna sculpt this monster. Reference is always the key to sculpting, because having the reference there is always good for your brain to see it as you're sculpting. So once I was done with the sculpting, it was time for retopology, and this part sucks, so we're gonna skip it all. Just kidding. But it does kind of suck because it takes forever, and it's pretty much just making the mesh, but like a much cleaner version. Now that I have this nice mesh, I wanted to add some bones so that I can pose this thing, so I can animate it. I added in a bone.
Okay, what the f
Okay, so the other day I went on my channel and I was like, wow, this creature sculpt video is doing really well. And then I thought to myself, how can I do that again? And then the answer was clear. I can do the whole monster. So, however, full body creature sculpt wasn't a classy enough title for me, so I chose to do something else. What if I turned a person into a monster? So yeah, I hopped over onto Blender Swap, Blendy Swappy. It's basically a website where I can take assets from people for free and download them and use.
swap. Right, hang on. Let's do this because I don't know if it'll show any like secret information. I am very skeptical about that. Okay, no, we are good. Does take a shit long while.
Use them for myself. So yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Actually, this one looks perfect. Hmm. Not very good at painting like anything. Why did that instantly remind me of Poppy Playtime? Okay, I'm still ooh. This one, or this one. We could go for Death Note. Like I'm still like in the story. I'm still working on the story, how it even got there. I don't even know how the monster like came to Earth in any way. Yippee, okay.
So yeah, I typed human base mesh and I found this guy. Look at him, so handsome. So all was left.
I actually do wanna import. Maybe I do wanna import like this thing, just so we can like change it. Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck did I just witness? Why am I scrolling down? I'ma see even more fucked up stuff like that.
Left to do was put him in Blender, so I took that boy, I slapped him into the program, moved some parts around, and bam! Look at that, he doesn't even look like a person anymore. There we go.
Still does. Still does. Looks good. Ooh, I don't know what to do. I have no clue what to do. I am maybe just gonna log in. Specific user does not exist. What? Okay, chat. I guess I'm the fuck. Stay. Stay. I need you to stay right there. So we are at this point. I don't know how to continue. I'ma take a break. I'll be right back. Me hungry as fuck. Me need food. I need nutrition. Alright, iron deficiency. Fuck. every turn, chat. Why the fuck did I grab my controller? The fuck? Alright, chat, I'll do a bit of a lore reveal, which will be, like, explained in the videos. So it's a tall creature like the Mimic that pushes out his rib cage to eventually replace that with a new one, which grows from the spine. But how does it get new ribs? By growing them, just like how axolotls grow their limbs back. Okay, delete, add, mesh, cube. That it. XQC moment right there. What the fuck? Um, search. That is. We just straight up go to. Oh, I guess that's been removed because like you had to do something else. I think. I don't know. Okay, so first off, the head. Hmm. Also, I worked on this before. I actually have. I think I have some old screenshots in suggestions. There we go. A made lamp. I tried a different kind. The fuck? I tried like a different type. So I basically went into 2D mode, but instead of sculpting it just only on the X axis, I shrinked it on all sides, meaning that these four were all just pulling together. Meanwhile, I thought it was just this and this pulling each other together until you like look to the sides and you see your whole model's been fucked because you were a little dumbass. But yeah, before that, like a couple of months ago, I made this. It looked good, but the only problem is they look way too low poly for whatever for like it was even hard to like make them because even with the slightest tap of deletion even if I like tapped it, that would just straight up all delete this whole thing. It would just straight up crumble down to the ground. And then the hips. Small ass, but still. Also, I didn't even use the reference. That is the worst part. For context, this is my suggestion for one of my friends' base. One of my older projects. Oh yeah, the mouth. It was kind of looking like a Demogorgon, but kind of looks like brain. And as you can see here, I actually got a different circle to be on that. Like this one was getting way too low poly to like actually make the head as well. It was just the stem here. So on that I added another circle and then made this. What I just need to add one piece for the head. Yeah, see, I couldn't even make it. Okay, for context, this one is made with mirror mode. This one isn't. You can clearly see a difference in the body shape. Okay, that's lore. No. Okay, fuck. I showed the entire lore. Ah, shit. No. Okay, no one's watching. Thank God. I'm just gonna shut up. Before anyone joins and wonders what the fuck I've been talking about. Okay, where did I activate mirror mode? Paint? Okay, that is perfect. Or it could be... Singularity, everybody. Wow. Wow. I should probably do the modeling first, because who the fuck knows, maybe that's gonna turn out to be ass. Fuck. I hate this. I hate that. Where it's like you select all, but then the other side is not even available at all. Whatsoever. Why the fuck? Geometry. What the fuck? That fucked me up hard. Blob. Like, look at this. It's already low poly looking. I don't like it. Modeling. Ugh. Cause like eventually I'm just gonna be left with like with four of these. I'm just gonna have to shuffle like this, but then it's gonna have some spiky ass thing in there. Like, I still think that I had more polys the previous time, even though I don't think that's true. Yeah, 9. 9! I'm fucking this up badly. My fucking god. I would just love to have monkey. The fuck? Little monkey head. Mess him up. Mess him up. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. Uh. Yep. Chad, if there's a reason, if this gun doesn't come out within our lifetimes, I think I have a damn good reason. I don't have any excuses, to be honest. No. 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 I don't want this. Chad, tell me what to do, please. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't fucking know. I thought I would be good at this, but I guess fucking not. But I guess I was wrong. Give me something useful. Alright, you know what? Let's give this one a try. And then we'll go off from the person. Then we'll go off from.
We're pretty much going to be
The fuck?
in Blender. So just in case you have not already downloaded Blender, I'm just going to quickly touch on it. If you go to blender.org and then you go up a lot of other softwares I've used in the past. So hold in, you can move your mouse, put it, download. If you and if you can in Blender, one of the main ways to do that is if you have a mouse, you're just going to click and hold in the scroll button, the up and down scroll button, and if you hold it in, you can move your mouse. And you can see you're actually able to turn around in your scene. We're going to do something that might be a little bit tricky if you're new to it, but we need to add in some extra.
Moving around. I see. That is, Brother, half of this is
in between these little modes often. So let's start by just practicing some selection. So with the face select enabled, if you want to, you can click on, you can shift, hold X, shift, essentially going to if you go and you click add modify, we give our mesh or our geometry certain kind of properties that are applied to them that can sometimes make things easier for us. For example, if we go over down here under the generate, we can go
Problem is, how much progress have I made? 0. And we are what, 1 hour in? How long has the stream been? The stream has been a total of... It started at... Oh yeah, it started at 5 September. No shit, Sherlock. Wow, thanks for the life-changing information. I wanna see what time, you dumb fuck. I am kinda getting pissed at this right now.
over to what's called a mirror modifier. And the mirror modifier is essentially just going to take this geometry and take one side of it and mirror it exactly the same on the opposite.
Give me a second.
Opposite side. So let's quickly go ahead and add in a mirror modifier. And now we need to select our geometry and just move it to the side. So what we're going to actually do is we can hit A to select all of the geometry. Then in our front orthographic view, we can go G, X, and move it over to the side. You can see it's actually mirrored on this side here. And over here, you can see that's our X axis. The X axis you can also see up here. This little gizmo shows us the X goes this way, right? The Z goes up and down like this, and then the Y goes like that. But that's from our right orthographic view, which we're not working in currently. So just hit 1 to go back to your front orthographic view. And over here, you can see we have the cube mirrored on the X. You can also change these, by the way. So you can change them like this if you want to work on different axes, but we won't be doing that. Just focus on the X for now. But what we also want to do is we want to come over here and enable clipping. When we enable clipping and we take this cube and we go G, X, remember it's all selected because we hit A to select everything. So we're going to go G, X, and we're going to move it in, and you can see these are clipping together now. They're in the middle. So we're going to bring it in just about this much, and you can see they're clipping together. See there, and if we hit G and then X to move it back on the X, so hit G and X, move it this way, you can see they're kind of stuck together, and that's what clipping is for, which is all good. Now they're fused together, and whatever we do on this side, we'll copy on that side. But at the moment, if we hit Z, so if you hit Z on your keyboard, you can go to what we call wireframe, so you can actually see through this. And at the moment, there is actually a face in between these two, which we don't want. So guys, there's actually a face here. If I just come over here and I hide the modifier, you can see there's a face in here. So let's just go to face select this face by clicking on it, then hit X and delete that face. Once again, select it, hit X, and just delete the face. Now we can just bring that back and make sure clipping is enabled. So now what we can do is we can hit A again to select all of the geometry, and this time we want to flatten it but on the Y axis, this one over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit S to scale, and we're going to go Y, and we're going to scale it down on the Y to flatten it. So about this much. Okay, if you hit 1 to go back to your front orthographic view, you can hit G, X, and you can move it like this. So we want something that looks like this, and then from the side looks like that. Doesn't have to be exact, but just roughly these proportions. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our edge select option, and we're going to hit A twice to deselect everything. So double tap A, and then we're going to select this face here, or edge. So make sure you're in the edge select, and once you've clicked on it, hold in shift, go to the other side, and then click on this edge. Now they're both active, as you can see. And then we're going to go S, and we're going to hit Y, and we're going to scale it on the Y like this. As you can see, that's really easy to do. And then we're going to hit 1 to go into our front orthographic view. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hit Z on our keyboard, and we're going to go to wireframe. Then we're going to go to our vertex select option. We're going to click here and we're going to drag. So click and drag, and we're going to select just these bottom verts. And then we're going to go G, Z, and move them up to where that red line is here. That's our x-axis. So you can see it's our floor pretty much. And then we're going to go G, X, and we're going to move these in just a little bit on the X, like that. And while we have those verts selected or active, we're going to go E to extrude, and then Z, and we're going to extrude them down. So extruding them down to about here, like that. So you can see we have almost like an hourglass here. And if you want to go back into solid view, you can go Z and then just click on solid. So now we're back in solid view. And now we kind of have the torso of the body. As you can see, the upper chest and the bottom of our model here, the bottom of the torso. But what we want to do now, where this face is here, we want to extrude a leg. So we went into our front view, and with those faces or verts still
Fucking mad for no reason. There should be no reason for me to be angry right now, but somehow I am. Mess it up. Mess it up. Fuck it up. Hell yeah. The heck yeah.
still active in a front view.
I am done. I am done. I cannot deal with this anymore. Chat, I'll see you guys later. We have made 0 progress. Fuck yeah. If this is finished, I hope it will be fucking worth it. Anyways, guys, I'll see you later.